What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of WWE content. And let's get into Friday Night Smackdown and last night's craziest Halloween havoc that we have ever witnessed. Now, Friday Night Smackdown, I gotta say, they did not let me down. I mean, with the craziest matches, the craziest promos, and the ending of it all was Drew McIntyre versus Jimmy Uso main event fight because Jimmy Uso protecting his family legacy, protecting his cousin Jacob Fatu, which we all pretty much think that Drew McIntyre was the one that destroyed Jacob Fatu on the night he was supposed to fight him for the number one contenders match to fight Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Now, I don't want to say Drew McIntyre really did do it, but there's still other speculations that's been happening around SmackDown. People have been saying that Randy Orton was the one that attacked him. People have been saying that Jey Uso might have attacked him. Mostly, everyone's blaming Drew McIntyre, which is understandable. But I think there's more to the story than we think. We will find out later at Saturday main event when Cody Rhodes will defend the Undisputed Championship against Drew McIntyre. All in all, SmackDown was just beyond crazy. Now, with the United States Championship, I mean, I thought after Ilya Dragunov won, there was going to be no more open challenges, no more underdogs fighting underdogs to be the next top guy in the game or whatever. But the fact that Ilya Dragunov was carrying on the legacy that John Cena passed on to Sami Zayn, and now Sami Zayn has passed that torch down to Ilya Dragunov. After a year of being on the shelf, he fulfilled that destiny, pun intended, and he fought his first contender, which was Aleister Black. Now, if anybody remembers, about I think maybe 2 weeks ago, Aleister Black fought Damian Priest in a last man standing match. Of course, Aleister Black won due to his wife Zelina Vega, who helped him win by putting a fireball against Damian Priest's face, and we all thought that was the end of it. But coming to Ilya Dragunov's aid, as we thought that Aleister was going to beat Ilya Dragunov in his first title defense, here comes Damian Priest walking in all tall and big, and the fact that he had sunglasses on, which of course he had to because he had a mark on his face due to the fireball incident 2 weeks ago. But he did not hide the mark. No, 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 no. He did not hide the mark. He showed that with pride because even though he may have lost that match, it did not hurt his pride. When fights like that happen, it only makes you stronger. And as for Damian Priest, that made him even more stronger than before. When it comes to him and Aleister Black, their rivalry and what they've been doing the past few weeks, almost maybe 2 months, is far from over. But now, Damian Priest has to watch his back with him and his wife, Zelina Vega. But I did get an update that his girlfriend Lola Vice has been called to main roster, so this could be a call up to help her boyfriend. And who knows, we could see a potential couple versus couple match. If we do, that would be freaking hilarious. Now, tag teaming. So far now, we have seen Ray Phoenix and Shinsuke Nakamura, two guys we have never seen teamed up. They teamed up together to take down MFT. Sadly, that didn't end well due to MFT cheating, like they always do. But we we have been seeing them versus the Wyatt Six for a long time. So I'm pretty sure after what happened on Friday Night SmackDown, them defeating Ray Phoenix and Shinsuke Nakamura, but in a cheating way, their debut of a faction versus faction match will soon to come than we know. But for the women's division, let's get into that for a second. Now, we have seen this girl, Kalani James. She's been on the sidelines for a while. She had to be on sidelines due to a knee injury that happened, I think, about 2 years ago. She was out. She came back. She's now managing Julia. But we actually got to see her in action against Tiffany Stratton. Now, I don't want to say like the match was great or like it was the best match I ever saw, but it was a close second. I mean, Kalani James, she did good for her being a knee brace and being out for a while, and she did put up a good fight against Tiffany Stratton. And I gotta say, for her being a manager, she definitely knows how to fight. So I think we see a couple more matches in her future and possibly a future champion on the way. Who knows? Who knows? But after Tiffany Stratton wins, Of course, Julia comes out. She helped out her girl Kaylani. She beats Tiffany Stratton up. But who comes back than Jade Cargill? I mean, I haven't seen this girl since it was a triple threat match against her, Tiffany, and Nia Jax for the women's championship, and Tiffany beat Jade and Nia that night. I gotta say, after what happened and after she got a busted eye, I thought we were never gonna see her again. But she comes back and she helps Tiffany. But then she helps Tiffany to destroy Tiffany, and now she gets a title shot. Like, I'm sorry. Her being a bad guy, I don't see it. Like, look, I didn't get it when she was a good guy. I don't get it. She's a bad guy right now. I just don't get it. I mean, Naomi, I understand. Bailey, I understand. Becky, I understand. Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez. The list goes on and on and on for these girls I've turned heel in the company for I don't know how many times in the past few years. As for Jade Cargill, I literally don't see it. And plus, like I said before, she's not on their level. She's not on Nia Jax's level. She's not on Rhea Ripley's level. She's not on Timmy Stratton's level. She's not on any of these girls' levels. She is still a rookie. I recommend she stays on the sideline for maybe a couple more extra months, goes to the dungeon, the hard dungeon or whatever, and she gets more practice time and ring time for herself to know the ropes. Right now, they're just forcing her into title matches. They forced her into a title match at SummerSlam. They forced her in a title match in a triple threat match against Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. She's just not there yet. And now her being a heel and she gets a title shot at Saturday main event, not to mention that she hurt Tiffany Stratton on the steel steps by probably breaking her kneecap. And for all we know, she has to vacate the title and Jade Cargill gets that title. I'm sorry, but that is just unprofessional and that is just plain freaking rude. Speaking of rude, Drew McIntyre. What is there to say about Drew McIntyre? The crying little whiny baby that doesn't get his way and he blames everybody's mistake but not him. He never takes partial blame for what happened to him in his title matches. And look what happens. He is all crying and he's whining, goes on social media saying, I deserve a title shot. These guys deserve a title shot. I'm the main guy in the WWE. If you're a main guy in the WWE, prove it. Don't just go hiding behind your phone or hiding behind a computer on social media, tweeting or Instagramming or going on freaking Facebook saying that I'm the number one guy. If you're the number one guy, prove it to fight. Don't prove it behind a screen. I've seen Drew McIntyre fight Cody Rhodes more times than I can count. I've seen this guy fight one of the best. I've seen this guy fight CM Punk. I've seen this guy fight Damian Priest more times than I can count. Plus, the many times he has fought these guys was because it was out of personal, out of spite, because he wanted to destroy them. But look what happened. He tried to destroy them, but those guys got the upper hand and they beat him. Whether it was a Hell in a Cell match or whether it was a steel cage match, they came out on top, but Drew McIntyre never did. And now he gets another title shot against Cody Rhodes. Seriously? I mean, you're gonna give Jake Cargill a title match for being a crying baby. Now you're giving Drew McIntyre a title match for being a whiny crying little baby. What's next? Are we gonna give Finn Balor a title match because he's been whining recently? I mean, he has been judging Dom Mysterio for being a double champ, and he recently lost the tag team titles against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. So who knows? We could see Finn Balor being all crying, crying like a little baby and whining all the time. And who knows? He might get a title shot against either CM Punk or Jey Uso after Saturday main event. I mean, if that's the rate that WWE is going for, then they have lost their edge. I mean, where's the steak to no, yeah, where's the steak to the sizzle? I mean, back in the Attitude Era, they give you so much hype for The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin for being the top two main guys, and then with the Aggression Era, they gave you the Eddie Guerreros, the John Cena's, the Litas, Trish Stratus, let's see, a JBL, Batista, Triple H, Randy Orton. Those guys gave us the matches that we wanted. Those guys gave us the hype and the adrenaline rush that you get every time they go into that ring and they put on a show. They gave us that. Right now, what they're doing with Drew McIntyre, and Jay Cargill and Finn Balor and all those guys, they ain't doing nothing but making them little babies. I mean, that's the way I see it. But that's just me. I don't know what you guys think, but that's just the way I feel, and that's in my opinion. Now, SmackDown over, but let's get into Halloween Havoc last night. Halloween Havoc. What can I say about that? A PLE one night of the year around October where they have the craziest matches. And last night we saw a Day of the Dead match. We saw a Broken Rules match. We saw not one, but two title changes last night where Darkstay defeated the Broken Hardys. We saw JC Jane get pulverized and she lost the NXT Women's Championship. I mean, what a freaking night. Like all the matches, especially the opening match of La Parca and Mystery Iguana versus Javon Evans and the TNA X Division champion. I mean, it was beautiful. And then we get a Day of the Dead match of Wagner Jr., the Latin American champion for AAA, versus All Ego Ethan Page for the North American Championship. I mean, those matches were crazy. It was incredible. And then the main event fight, Ricky Saints, he defeated Trick Williams. Like I said before, Trick Williams, he's all walk the walk, but he ain't talk the talk. And he proved that to me last night when Ricky Saints pulverized him more than once, and he came out on top, and he is still our NXT champion. Halloween Havoc was one of the coolest nights I ever witnessed. And seeing the Hardy Boys back in action again, I mean, even though they lost, they did not back down. Like, they did everything they could to keep those towels around their waist, but at the end of the day, Dark Stay came out on top, and now it's Dark Stay all over again. And who knows what's going to happen to the tag team division now, since they are now two-time tag team champions. But other than that, the matches were incredible. The Hardy Boys were amazing. Ricky Saints, he definitely surprised me by taking down Trick Williams, even after Trick Williams gave him that signature knee to the face move. Um, let's see, right, JC Jane losing the NXT Women's Championship after like what, 2, 3 title defenses, and she got beaten. Oh my god, her losing that title was literally the highlight of my night. It was literally the highlight of my night. It was just incredible. I was so happy, and yeah, it was a pretty good fight. Along with the other women's match, Zarya versus Blake Monroe. I'm sorry, but I'm glad Blake Monroe won that title. Look, people say like, she's all glamorous and stuff and she's not a good wrestler, but I'm sorry. Zarya should have never went out in that ring to help Soruka. I mean, we get it. Soruka is injured and all, but she's fine. It was just like, it was just like a distraction and it worked. Blake Monroe saw a distraction for Zarya, and Zarya took the bait. She literally took the bait that Blake Monroe gave her. So I'm actually glad Blake Monroe won. So who knows how she's gonna have her title reign as the Women's North American Champion. However that happens, it's gonna be a sight to see. And oh, right, of course, let's not forget Triple A that happened last night, same night as Halloween Havoc. Let's not forget the crazy matches we witnessed from our Triple A fans out there. I mean, like the coolest things I ever saw. Like Lola Vice coming now, and she put on the show. All the guys with the mask, the little tiny people in their fight. I mean, that was just hilarious. Psycho Clown and the other one defending the tag team titles, but then I didn't know where the Wyatt 6 come out. I mean, so far the Wyatt 6 has been going through all over the world to take down factions and tag teams For AAA, Psycho Clown and the Dude. For SmackDown, it's the white. It's the MFT. So if they win the AAA Tag Team Championships, who knows what them and the MFT are gonna do as like a faction versus faction storyline. Either way, that's gonna be very awesome to see. Speaking of awesome things to see, let's talk about the main event: Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio for the AAA Mega Championship. Oh my god. Look, I've seen these guys fight from time to time. Back in NXT, back in WWE Raw, one pivotal point, it was a live show. I saw a person who was recording everything, and they recorded everything, they posted on YouTube, and I saw the fight. But these guys in AAA, they did not back down. I mean, it was insane. You got Dom Mysterio doing high fly moves, Dragon Lee doing high fly moves. You got them fighting in the stands with the people, and Dragon Lee flying from like maybe 3 stories high and doing a power, no, not power bomb, a flying cross body off of Dominic Mysterio. And then the end, Dominic retains the only way he knows how. Vintage Eddie Guerrero, lie, cheat, and steal. It was perfect to perfection. By the end, you get Kingo come out and he fights Dominic. And then who helps him? Then his best friend El Grande Americano. I mean, the crowd was electrifying in AAA. I mean, let's face it. Right now, the WWE fans they can care less about Dominic. AAA fans, they love the guy. He is like one of the best guys ever in AAA right now. And him as a AAA Mega Champion, they love him even more. But what got me like all hyped up was after that match, after the brawl fight and the whole debacle or whatever, Dominic Mysterio calls out Kingo, calls out Dragon Lee, and now we are getting a tag team match of Kingo and Dragon Lee versus El Grande Americano and Dominic Mysterio at another AAA event. Oh my god, that's gonna be another match to see, and it's gonna be epic. Speaking of epic, we got Saturday main event coming up next week. Right now, Jey Uso versus CM Punk for the WWE World Championship. We got Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Championship. And then, of course, we have Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. Right now, so far, it is 3 matches, 3 title matches. I may add, yes, 3 title matches on the line, and who knows? We could get all 3 new champions or retain champions. All in all, we'll find out our Saturday main event. But not to mention that Monday Night Raw tomorrow night we have a number 1 contenders match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Penta versus Rusev. And then we get a last promo face to face of Jey Uso versus CM Punk. What will they say on Monday Night Raw? How is Jimmy Uso going to react when Jey Uso comes out talking crap about CM Punk? And how is Jey Uso going to react of Jimmy Uso going to SmackDown and getting pulverized by Drew McIntyre because he thinks that Drew McIntyre attacked Jacob Fatu the night of the number 1 contenders match? All in all, Monday night is going to be crazy. This weekend was already crazy enough of SmackDown, and then Halloween Havoc, and then AAA. Now Monday is going to be even more crazy. And at Saturday main event, it's going to be another Saturday main event to remember. You know what's crazy? I actually was thinking I wasn't going to do a podcast episode tonight. I mean, like, I already had a good day. I had it was just a good day all in all. And I felt like, if it was a good day, I would have done my podcast earlier, but I was busy with certain things. And then I was in the middle of playing my WWE 2K25 game, and I was on a roll. I mean, I was trying so hard to unlock a certain arena, the WWE NWO sold out arena for a certain timeline in my game, and I finally unlocked it. And then after that, I got a little bit bored, so I thought, you know what the heck? I'm gonna make it a little late night special edition on my podcast episode. So here I am. And I gotta say, I'm really glad I did because now I get to do my prediction episode tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. Right now, I'm gonna go back to my drawing board and see what's gonna happen by Monday night with the women's division, the WWE Intercontinental Championship, and of course, the last face to face of CM Punk versus main event Jey Uso. It's gonna be a wild ride leading up to the Saturday night main event. That's all I have for today, guys. Hope everyone has an amazing Sunday night. Stay blessed, and I'll talk to you guys soon.